What is up, everyone? I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and in today's video, we're talking about the Yankees' 3-2 loss to the Cleveland Guardians. And I'll be the first to say that this is a game that the Yankees 100% should have won, and they just didn't put Shane Bieber away. They didn't put the Cleveland Guardians away. They had multiple opportunities, and they just did not take advantage. It was a rough outing from the pitching side of the ball. There are a lot of things we have to talk about from today's game, but before we do that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you guys know when we're going to upload our next video. We have you guys with content constantly, whether it's post-game recaps, whether it's pre-game shows, daily morning podcasts. We've got everything for you guys. But without further ado, let's get started with the pitching side of the ball. I'm going to just be honest. Domingo Germán sucked today. It says 1 run on his line, 1 earned run, 2 runs total, 1 of them unearned, and 3 innings pitched. He sucked today. It was bad. You don't walk 5 batters. You don't walk 5 batters and get 0 strikeouts. That's not something that happens. The only reason he left this game with only 1 earned run is because Colton Brewer stepped up. He sucked today. That can't happen. That cannot happen. You cannot walk 5 batters in 3 innings as a starting pitcher. I'm not going to sit here and be more critical of Domingo Germán than I am of Clarke Schmidt. That would be unfair. That would be biased. That would be me allowing my personal opinions on 2 different pitchers to influence my opinion on their outing. But I will say that Clarke Schmidt doesn't have a game where he walked 5 batters. He got beat by the opposition. Germán let the Guardians, he got beat by himself, and he didn't make the pitches he should have been making. He missed, he was wild. He doesn't have the stuff to go out there and miss the way he does, right? There are guys who are effectively wild. There are days where, Garrett Cole's going to go out there. Maybe he's going to walk 4 or 5 batters. Even against the Phillies, he walked 3 batters. His command was a little bit spotty, but he has a 99 to 100 mile per hour fastball when he needs it. He has a banger slider when he needs it. He has a wipeout curveball. He has the pitches he needs that whenever he executes just one of them, that's all it really takes to get out of a pretty bad inning. Domingo Germán does not have a pitch like that. He cannot miss like that. That cannot happen. If you're Johnny Brito right now, you're looking at the way Germán and Schmidt have pitched to start the year. That's his spot, right? For all intents and purposes, Johnny Brito is the 5 starter of the New York Yankees. When Rodon and Severino, of course, come back. Severino threw a bullpenner today, so that's encouraging. Rodon is set to face live hitters. I don't know if that's already occurred or if that's something that's still scheduled. I'll have to check that after the post game. But quite frankly, if you're Domingo Germán, you got 2 things that are not going well for you. Number 1, Clarke Schmidt has the more established track record as a reliever. Last year, it is sub-3 ERA in the bullpen, right? You figure if it doesn't work as a starter, it'll work as a reliever because last year it worked as a reliever. If you're Domingo Germán, if it doesn't work as a starter, what is it going to work as? Because that was just embarrassing. That was really, really, really embarrassing. That was a bad start. You can't put your team in a position like that, especially when they go up 2-0 early. You can't go out and start giving the Guardians that. He tossed 80-plus pitches, in 3 innings. He didn't get any outs in the 4th inning. That cannot happen. You cannot have a 5-0 walk to strikeout ratio. That cannot happen. But positives. Colton Brewer came in and he shoved. And I talked about Colton Brewer. I did an analysis video on him when the Yankees acquired him. I was a big guy. I was big on Colton Brewer. I thought the stuff was there. I thought this was a good acquisition for the New York Yankees. And so far, so good. 3 innings, 3 clutch innings. Is the strikeout to walk rate great for him this year? No. 1-1. That's not ideal. But the soft contact, the cutter, right? He has the stuff where he can kind of just miss in the zone and it'll work. The cutter is a good pitch. It's a soft contact inducer. The curveball's nasty. It's a nasty pitch. He's got a solid slider. He's got good stuff. It's just a matter of working on the command, right? And I think that could come around for him. Ian Hamilton came in, and he was also wild. He walked 3 batters. That inevitably, one of the batters he walked, Stephen Kwan, came around to score. 3 strikeouts. That wasn't Ian Hamilton's best performance. Am I going to sit here and start throwing away the towel on Ian Hamilton because of 1 bad outing? No, I think the stuff is still there. I definitely still think of him as someone the Yankees should keep around. That certainly wasn't the best outing for him. His command just wasn't there. And, that it happens, right? I'm going to say the same thing with Germán. Losing your command happens, but the difference is Germán's got a lot more pressure with his job. I think Ian Hamilton, you're going to give him a little bit of a longer leash just because the first 2 outings were so damn good. Germán's up to his 2nd really bad outing. It's a little bit of a different story here. But it's not like Ian Hamilton's a high leverage guy anyway, so it's not like we're looking at him and saying, all right, this is a guy we are looking at to maybe close games. We're looking at him as a back end, when guys get healthy, is he going to stick around? I think he's done enough that so far he's kind of leaning towards yes, but he's still got plenty to prove. And then on the offensive side of the ball, Gleyber Torres had a really good game. Gleyber Torres did everything he needed to do as a leadoff hitter today. Gleyber Torres, I have no problems with his game today. 2 hits, one of them a double, one of them a triple, one of them got a walk as well. He should have came around to score on that triple. Not because he didn't, not saying that he should have scored on his batted ball, but the Yankees failed to score him. Judge didn't have a good day at the plate today. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 0 for 3. Anthony Rizzo went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Giancarlo Stanton had the booming 2 RBI double. Is that a great day for Stanton? 1 for 4 with a double? No, but end of the day, he is the only reason why the Yankees have any runs on the scoreboard, so I can't really be mad at him either. Willie Calhoun went 1 for 4 with a double, and then at the bottom of the line, just didn't really get much going. Yes, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa had a hit, and it was a hard hit ball, but gets thrown out right after, and that also can't happen. I get that the ball hit off of Judge, and that ended up actually being the reason why IKF got thrown out, right? Had the ball just kind of rolled away and not hit Judge, he probably makes it pretty comfortably. But here's the thing. Aaron Judge, Anthony Rizzo, and Giancarlo Stanton are up. And you're on second, and there's a runner on first. You're not risking it there. That's a stupid risk. That's a dumb risk to take. You do not do that. That is not a situation where you run, right? The Yankees have the middle of the lineup up. You don't have to try to get to third base. Aaron Judge hits the ball hard. If Aaron Judge is gonna get a hit here, Aaron Judge is going to score you. You're fast enough. The outfield's big enough in Progressive Field. I understand if a sacrifice fly, if he does hit a deep fly ball, you can score on that. But in the same vein, Shane Bieber wasn't really accurate. He wasn't sharp to start that game. You could have ran up his pitch count and got him out earlier. The Cleveland bullpen was spent from going a 12-inning affair the night before. It just like that. Just you don't do that, right? You're trying to chase Shane Bieber. You're not trying to get him free outs, right? Let Judge get out if there's going to be an out recorded. Let Rizzo get an out if an out is going to be recorded. Again, I was upset with the inning where Glaber came on and he leads off the inning with a triple. But you know what? You put yourself in a position to win there. Judge, Rizzo, and Stanton came up in that inning and they just didn't capitalize. But that's a position you want to be in, where Judge, Rizzo, and Stanton are up and a tying runs at third. That's a position to be in, right? That's a good spot to be in. Over the course of a larger sample size, that's going to convert to runs. You're not upset that those are the 3 guys who came up. You're just not happy with how the results came. But with IKF there, you have to understand the situation. Not going to knock him too bad. Went 1 for 3. Again, if the ball didn't hit off of Judge, he probably gets to third base. But I think it's just got to be a little bit better situational awareness. He hit the ball hard today. I thought he had some good at-bats. I think he looked better at the plate today. I'm not going to sit here. I know that, if you look at my Twitter timeline, it says a different story. But I'm not going to sit here and, tell you in April at the New York Yankees should DFA Isaiah Kiner-Falefa over a base running error or a slow start to the season. The Yankees need bodies. The Yankees need guys who can play the field right now, and IKF is one of those guys. So, again, I criticize players, but I'm not here to start reaching conclusions and tell you this guy should get let go, that guy should get DFA'd, this guy should get traded. These guys, they just didn't play a good brand of baseball today. Today was not the New York Yankees style of baseball. End of the day, games like this are going to happen. You bounce back tomorrow with your ace. That's the game plan. You just go out and win a series. Garrett Cole's pitching the second game. It's up against Hunter Gaddis, who's more of an unproven guy. Isn't a terrible pitcher by any means. I know that an unknown pitcher typically kind of gets categorized as terrible. I don't think he's bad. I think he's actually got some decent stuff, but the Yankees should feel like they have the pitching advantage. We'll obviously talk more about that game as the lineup comes out tomorrow, but with that being said, let me know what you guys think about today's game. I know it's an infuriating game. I know it's upsetting, but Yankees are still 6-4, right? It's April. Not that these games don't count. All of these games count, but we can lax on the judgments or the conclusions early on. Let's kind of slow it down here. I see a lot of people overreacting about the offense already. This team was scoring 4.8 runs a game before entering tonight's affair. So if you want to say the lineup's been a problem all year, I think you'd be wrong. Maybe it's a problem at some point during the year. I don't think it's a problem right now. It's April. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. It's probably the best start they've had offensively in a pretty decent amount of time in terms of runs scored in WRC+. New York's cold. They play at a pretty cold ballpark this time of year. The ball doesn't really travel, but they've figured out a way to still score runs in spite of that. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for checking us out. We really appreciate your guys' support. Let us know what you guys think. What are your takeaways from today's game? We appreciate you guys constantly giving us your guys' feedback. You guys can add us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and of course this YouTube page to join the conversation. Let us know what you guys are thinking about the New York Yankees. You guys can follow me at Ryan Garcia ESM and check out what I'm doing on Twitter. And if you ever want to just tweet at me, you think I'm stupid, you think I'm right about something, just let me know. And with that being said, we'll see you guys next video. Peace out.